Well, hello there, Dookley here, and today I'm playing a game called The Basement. I found this on Steam for like $8 or $9. I'm just gonna unpause it. It's really cool. It's this kind of 2D sort of 2D. This pixel arty. I like the art. It's pretty good. You kind of like deal drugs and stuff out of your basement. So over here is our main district. As you can see, it says main district. I don't know if you can see that. I can barely see it. Where we can build more stuff. We got a henchman here. It's all real time, and you kind of have to be moving pretty quick to do well. So I'm just going to kind of do a few things here. This is all real time. It's I think it's a strategy game. That's what it's listed as on Steam. So there's no tutorial for this or anything. I just kind of figured out how to play it. Once you figure it out, it's pretty easy. So you can add more rooms that cost money. You can choose what the rooms are going to do. You have you have two types of employees, but you can have several different employees at once. This room is a green room. Whoops, keep working. Which generates the green drug. All the drugs are like based on color. So there's green, except acid and speed for some reason are both have their names. But this one's called brown. It's obviously heroin. At least I think it's heroin. Maybe it's not. It's like meth, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, the green is obviously like pot. So up here you can see our total money, how many cooks we have, or drug makermen. This is our security and our electricity and the consumption of our dealers, I guess, per day. So right now we only have this dealer, and we have one truck. So these trucks move your drugs around, and we also have another security guy here, Gustavo, who's very tired because there's no couch over there. Your employees need a couch to like rest, and the generator makes more electricity. This is where they store the drugs before they get moved. So you can see he had put some there, and then that took them away. These security depots let you build more security things. So we're going to get one of those because we want to attack quite quickly this green dealer just to get be able to get more product on the street so we can make more money. Because you need the money for raids. Their cops will randomly raid one of these strings of buildings in the area, and you have to pay them off to get rid of them. And if you can't pay them off, they bash down the door, and you either have to fight them all off, or if you don't have anybody there to protect it, they will just take over the building, and you get kicked out. So if you can see here, there's quite a few buildings. I've beaten this once, and you beat the game by attacking this final one here. This is an early access, so there's not very much happening right now. Okay, so we're already having a raid in the main district, so here comes the cop. He's going to come all the way down here to our first one. We have $1,600. We can probably just pay him off to go away. No problem. But eventually he'll ask for way more money than we can afford. So we're going to just buy another green room. We're going to increase our supply of green right now. So yeah, it's kind of a strategic drug-dealing tycoon game, I guess. But yeah, I think it's a really cool game. A neat idea. I like the way it's laid out like this. It's really cool. I don't know if they'll ever have any multiplayer things or anything like that, but I think they're going to have a story and stuff for it. So that'll be cool. Okay, so this is counting down because we can move our henchmen to different locations, so it kind of gives you some time to move them around if you know you can't pay off the cops and you're going to have to fight them. We're not too worried about it in this case. He's probably going to demand, yeah, $250. Well, there you go. Take it. No problem. Actually, since we built this extra security depot up here, we can hire some more guards. So we're going to hire Matthew, and he's going to be the only one we hire, because we're also going to hire a new cook. We're going to hire Gene. Okay, these all have really creepy fucking bios on them. None of these guys have really differing stats right now, because it's still early access, but a strange, unattractive old man with an eye patch who is from a parallel dimension and lives with a love interest. So there's all kinds of weird biographies for these people. A funny, odd-looking old person with an unusual secret and a cybernetic limb who is from a lake and lives with a split personality. He sounds great. I think we'll hire him. All right, Franklin, get to work down here, cooking up some more pots, because that's what you do with pot. You cook it. Okay, don't doubt me. I know all kinds of drugs. I'm super street. Just don't even question it. Alright. So, poor Gustavo. We're going to move Gustavo back here so he can have a rest. So every one of these buildings has this little room called an entrance. And you just click it, and you can say move here. And Gustavo will now get in his henchman van and drive his henchman ass over here to hench around in the main area until I tell him to hench elsewhere. So, once he's here, we're going to send him to have a break. They automatically seem to get refilled if they've traveled, because they're just sitting down in the car doing nothing, so I guess that's really easy for them. So yeah, there we go. We've got 3 henchmen. We're going to send them to attack this other green dealer. So you can send your cooks and stuff too, but you can see that some of them don't have very good damage. The only reason Lloyd is good is because he's been cooking for us for a while, so he has a little bit extra, but he still doesn't have as much as a base thug. And your thugs will level up. There's 3 levels for the thugs. And they'll do more damage and have more health. And you can lose them, and eventually you'll have so much money that you can have them get killed and replace them and it'll be no problem. Okay, so here we are. We're at the place you can just go beat the shit out of this cop. It's not actually a cop. I think that's just a placeholder animation for, like, you know, a random like, thug, I guess. So what we're going to want to do next is attack either this parking lot or this garage, because we need the second van to start delivering us goods to our second dealer location. So we're going to send it to the garage, because the garage only has 2 police for security, whereas the parking has 2 police plus this guy. And as far as I can tell, these guys are actually no different than these guys. Again, placeholder, I'm pretty sure. Their stats aren't any different, at least, when you look at them. This game has a pretty good soundtrack. When you start fighting, there's there's a song, music. There's music when you're just playing, too, like right now. I have turned it off since I could not find anything about their copyright regarding music or YouTube or anything. So I've just turned it off to be safe. Plus, if you want to play this game anyway, you'll hear it more than enough. So, and it's pretty good. And they have some stuff on their website about the music. Good website for this game, too. Okay, so our guys have showed up. Now this guy... Okay, I was afraid he was going to get killed. No, they're fine. So there he goes. Off, our new ice cream truck is going to be dealing some hardcore drugs to all the young people out there who are buying it for their fraternity parties and their college keg drink-a-thons, or whatever they're called. I don't know what young people do. I don't know what this means here. Oh, I guess that's my... I don't know why it's like red like that. Maybe it's telling me I have somebody who's not working. Okay, I guess yeah, that's what it is. Alright, no problem. So, there's definitely some strats you could make for this. You know, 3 greens and 2 blues or whatever. I found that with 2 trucks, if you get like 4 of the greenhouses, they will supply both of these guys quite sufficiently. And then the next thing you start doing is acid. I've only had 2, and that place was filled. Like, the guy couldn't move it very quickly. And then finally the brown, which also was like 2, was moving it pretty quick. And I think I only had 1 going for speed. Because by that time I had really taken off, and I was able to just conquer everything. My dog is losing his shit. Just ignore his loss of shit. Okay, we're going to hire another henchman. Well, are we going to hire another? I think we'll just... No, we'll... What will we do? We can't... There's no point in attacking this acid dealer, because we don't have any acid to sell him. They don't have any speed controls for this either. You can only pause it like this, and you can't do anything while it's paused. I don't know if they're going to change any of that. I can understand why you can't do anything while you're paused, but look, I wish you could at least move around the map while you're paused. And also maybe just a speed up and slow down button would be good, so that like times like this where you're just waiting for money and stuff, you could zip through a little bit quicker. But it's still in development, so hopefully that's something they will consider doing. Raid small green dealer. Okay, we're going to move all of our henchmen here, because I don't really want to pay. I would like to keep the money so that I can expand. In fact, I'm going to invest the money, some of it, anyway, So I have, as you can see, maxed out my energy for this this building. So I'm going to have to build another generator. I think you need pretty much one generator per floor, unless you have rooms that are like not doing much. Like the restroom only takes 1 electricity, but these rooms take like 2.5 apiece, and this one takes 1. So the drug rooms do create more. Now my henchmen are just arriving in time. They're going to come in here and hang out for a bit while they wait for the cops to bust down the door. They probably demand $250, $300. I don't want to pay it. They're going to send 2 cops in. And I've killed them both. There's no repercussions from what I can tell of just fighting the cops and then pushing their car into a lake of acids. Where this game takes place, I'm not sure, because the police looks like a Dodge Charger. I don't know, it looks like it could be a rundown, like, Midwestern city, possibly like a Chicago or a Detroit or something. Just by the industrial buildings and just other crap in the background. I'm gonna add another generator. That's $500 for that. We'll dig out this one, and we're just gonna wait. We don't want to go under. You want to make sure you have one of these storage rooms on each level near where you have the drugs. Otherwise, your guys will have to go all the way upstairs to drop it off. Small green dealer. Okay, they're still there, so that's fine. We're going to add a tiny storage there. I think we might add 2 green. Well, I don't know if we'll even get to the purple. Maybe we'll try to get to the purple. There's my dog again. Seeing something else that he doesn't like. We're just going to pay him that time because we don't know. They're probably going to be sending more cops than the 2 or 3 they sent last time. I've already forgotten how many they sent. I'm just going to move these guys back. They need to get to sit down on a couch and have a cigarette, and then they'll be fine. They can fight all they want. It just recharges their health by doing that. So we're definitely not making enough green yet. Because if you look, this guy's got a little bit in supply. This guy has none. So you want to make sure that they at least have a good supply when you see your trucks like leaving. At least that's what I've been going by. So we're going to make that a drug room. We're going to make this a... This will be a rest room once we have the money for it. And remember, when you get a new drug room, you have to have enough to hire the cook as well, which is like $350, I think. So just hurry up, guys. Holy shit. Move these drugs, will you? This is all happening in my basement. I don't have a set of stairs like that. It's pretty fancy. It's actually a ladder here. Some of these other things are actually... Oh, they're all ladders. Okay. An empty cell. So this has 2 acid. These are what the acid rooms look like. 2 acids in a pot. 2 pots. 2 pots and 2 acids. Acid pots. We're going to build a grow box there. So, I definitely want to play this game when they've done more to it. So, expect to see more of this later. I just wanted to show you guys what it was like now, because for the price, $8 or $9, it's got about, I think it took me about an hour and a half, like 70 minutes, I would say, to actually finish this starter level, conquering all of these territories. So, we're just gonna move our guys there. And, I think it's worth that for what this is. And then, of course, you'll get more later on once the game is complete. Send him down there to work. Now, we're going to try to pay. But if we can't pay, our guys are there to fight. No problem. Okay, we can't pay, so our guys are here to fight. Luckily, it looks like it's... Well, it could be 2. I don't know, the bad habit it has right now of the art just kind of sticking together, so it's hard to see what's happening, but it was no problem. We beat them all up. And we're in control. We're going to make a... Now we're going to risk it. You usually want to have one restroom per floor, just because after you have, like... By the end, I had 20 security guys, so they were constantly having to sit down because they would either be beat up or just tired from standing all day. Like they are now, just kind of standing around. Look at the fucking eyes on that guy, it's creepy. So we're getting a decent supply in of the pots. Just gonna dig another level. Another zone, rather, another cell. You can only go down 3 floors, I believe. I don't know if they'll add more to that later. I imagine you'll be able to go all the way down to near the bottom. It gets more expensive the farther you go down, too, so it's only 200 bucks there, it costs 300 here. Apparently you can put the stairs wherever you want, but I've just been putting the stairs in the same place. So I felt like that just made it quicker to go between the floors. Just gonna make another grow box. We're gonna have lots of pots. Big time pots. Oh shit. So this sucks. I cannot get my guys there in time. See, the cop is right there already. If I had dispatched my guys, they would have been way behind. So he's gonna walk in and they're just gonna take over that garage again. That's gonna happen. Usually, I don't have the money to pay it, of course. Unless it's $300, which I doubt. So what'll happen is the cops will just walk in and take it. Oh, I actually have 400. We'll see. Ah, good. So, you usually don't need to leave people at the garage. You usually don't need to leave people anywhere unless you're worried about there being a lot of cops coming in. Once you get going, you'll have a lot of money and you won't have to worry about having any fights, and you'll only need your guys to attack stuff. So, I think that's the best thing, is just try to keep money in the bank knowing the cops are going to come, and then use your guys to attack other stuff and not necessarily fight the police unless you really don't want to pay for it. Or if you are worried that you don't have enough money, you can leave the guys in the place you would be most concerned losing, which would probably be your main district. But yeah. So, I mean, I don't know what else there's to show you, really. I mean, eventually, I don't have time to play this for a whole hour right now, although I'd like to. You can't save, so if you're going to play it, make sure you have an hour to play. At least I don't think it saves. Anyway, it restarts it restarted when I won the game, so I don't know. But, yeah, so let me know what you think of this, and go and pick it up on Steam, or Google it and check it out on their website. I think they have some forums and stuff, so kind of go on there and have a chat, and thank you very much for watching. If you want to see more, leave some comments and like the video and all that stuff, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.